Sharks are making a big splash in Hollywood this month. The Shallows is a thriller starring Blake Lively. It's out later this month and is the story about a surfer who clings to a giant rock just 200 yards from the shore as a great white shark circles her in Australian waters. Meanwhile, out in theaters now is USS Indianapolis, Men of Courage, starring Nicolas Cage. It tells the true story of the crew members facing the ultimate nightmare of being stranded in shark-infested waters off the Philippine Sea. And that brings me to our next guest this morning. Amanda Wilson is the general manager of Shark Shield. Her team got to help with the making of the film USS Indianapolis, Men of Courage. Good morning. So yeah, we're talking about this product called Shark Shield, which is just fascinating. Let's first kind of dive into what this technology is. It's actually been around for quite some time, but I feel like we're just kind of hearing a little bit more about it now. Why is that? What's changed about the technology?
So we are an Australian headquartered company. We've been selling product for almost 15 years in Australia. So we've been around for quite a while. The technology came from South Africa, where they had a spate of fatal attacks by great whites, and they looked at how could they protect surfers and scuba divers, because things like shark nets or drum lines don't protect people that are actually out in the ocean.
Yeah, so you guys started in Australia, and then you said, okay, we need an office now. Of all places, what, in Tampa, Florida? Why here?
There is such a huge spearfishing community here, and so that's really who needs the technology. When you're out spearfishing,
or surfing, this is how your technology is also used as well. So explain what it is. What is it that's going on these surfboards here, and that what you have in your hand that's able to essentially shield people from sharks, correct?
Yeah, so this is our Freedom 7. This is what scuba divers and kayak fishermen and free divers use. So this goes on your ankle if you're a diver. You just thread it through if you're a kayaker. And it has two electrodes, one here and then one down at the end. So those are conducted by seawater in the water. It produces a three-dimensional electric field that affects the sharks, ampulival or anzini. And those
so break that down. What does that mean? How is it stopping the shark?
So sharks have a sense that's unique to sharks and rays, called the ampulival or anzini, and they're just gel-filled electrical receptors. So all those little dots you see on the shark's snout, that's what that is. So we're exploiting that sense with the electric field. We're overpowering it, inducing spasms, and keeping them 15 to 20
sharks will, they'll literally swim up. They will feel something that says, wait a minute, and
then the field turns them away.
Wow. So this is where your team, I think, is so cool. You've actually been able to help with the film industry. Now, on both of those movies, your team has been able to help. What were you guys able to do?
So obviously, with the nature of the film that they're making, they wanted to make sure that their people were safe, and there's especially in Australia, where there's been quite a few shark-related incidents. So they had them on some of the safety divers. They also had them on some of the rigs.
The USS Indianapolis, this is the picture here. Where was that filmed at?
That was off the coast of Alabama, so Orange Beach, Alabama.
And then where was the Shallows filmed at? Was that in?
That was over on the east coast of Australia.
Wow. All right, and you're safe to say everybody was unharmed and they had successful filmings for us to watch, I guess, as they hit the big screen?
Definitely.
Well, and it's important, I know, sharks are such an important part of kind of our planet and our world. They're fascinating. I have this love-hate relationship with them, as I think a lot of other people do. There's no long-lasting effects on the sharks, correct?
No, it's only when they're in that field. It doesn't cause any permanent damage. So it causes some short-term pain for them, but as soon as they leave the proximity of the field, there's no issue going forward.
Is this technology that normal people, normal families can look into? And, if they are, I know you kind of say this is for more the adventurers, right?
So
who would this be ideal for?
Kayak fishermen, they're paddling out miles on their own out to sea. They're bringing fish to their boat. Spear fishermen is definitely our biggest market.
And that's why you said you moved to Tampa, because it's such a big...
Correct, yep. And then other thing is surfing. They're statistically more likely to be attacked by a shark. And so we've just launched a new surfboard product that, instead of having this trailing antenna, which creates drag for a surfboard, it's now a sticker thin.
There it is right there.
Yeah, it's a sticker thin decal on the bottom of the board, and then the electronics module just sits in the tail pad. So it's very, very light. It's less than 3 ounces, so it's not affecting the surfing performance.
Wow. Well, as we kind of wrap up, what's your take home? What do you think people would be, maybe mostly interested to hear about this? And where's the future of this business, do you think, going?
Well, I think the future is moving towards surfing. I think the important thing is that we are a scientifically proven and independently tested product. There's a lot of things like sprays and whatever that may not work so well. So if you are in a high risk activity, then a shark shield makes a great Father's Day present.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. Again, I have this love-hate relationship with sharks, as I know a lot of people watching at home do. So it's interesting to see what technology is doing these days. And thank you so much for taking some time to be on the show this morning.
My pleasure.
And of course, I know you guys have a great website where people can find out more as well. So thank you.